brought to you in living color on NBC.
This is the moment.
Bring you the Andy Williams Show. With tonight's guest, Sammy Davis Jr. And now, here is the star of our show, Andy Williams.
You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be? You've got the power to hypnotize me. Look out! Let me live beneath your spell. You do that, voodoo that you do so well. You do something for me that nobody else can. Nobody else can. Nobody else can do. Look out! Let me live beneath your spell. Keep doing that, doing that. You're doing so well. You do something to me that nobody else can. But nobody else can. But nobody else can do. Oh, what you're doing. Look out! You do something to me. Let me live beneath your spell. Keep doing it, doing it. You're doing so well. You do something to me that nobody else can. But nobody else can. But nobody else can do. Oh, what you doing? Look out! You do something to me. Thank you very much. Our guest tonight is Mr. Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr., that's the UNIVAC of show business. Now, he can do anything. And I mean anything, and he does it all great, too. First, I'd like to introduce, though, again, the new Christy Minstrels. Your letters indicate that you share our enthusiasm for them. Paul. Hey, Paul. What's going on back there? Can you open this up and let's see what's going on? Pardon me for interrupting the fun, but what's going on?
Oh, we're just having some fun throwing darts at your picture.
Throwing darts at my picture, huh?
Sure, everyone on the show does it.
Oh, everybody on the show throws darts at little Andy's picture, huh?
Hit Andy Williams in the nose with a dart, you get a free Frank Sinatra.
Oh, yeah. No kidding? Let me have one of those. What do you get for hitting the eye?
You get the booby prize.
What's that?
An Andy Williams album.
Folks, take a good look at our former singing group, the Christy Minstrels. You may have witnessed their final appearance on our show this evening.
Andy, we were only kidding on it.
Let's hear it now for Andy Williams, Andy Williams, Andy Williams. Sing a happy song for Andy Williams, glad we're on your show.
You are going to sing another song for us in just a moment, aren't you?
Yes, we're coming back, we're coming back, we're coming back. And we're gonna sing, sing, sing with you. We're gonna sing with you.
You know, funny thing about a vocal group, you ask them a simple question, you get a whole production number for an answer. That's the Christy Minstrels. You know, in the history of show business, there have been a few performers who truly deserve the simple adjective great attached to their name. To name just a few: Al Jolson, Charlie Chaplin, Danny Kaye. But to me, there's one who's greater than them all. Mr. Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy D. That's who I'm introducing, Sammy D. And when he starts to loosen up his shirt and tie, sparks are gonna fly, and you'll see a show like you've never seen. Sammy D. A really great newcomer, Sammy D. A singer, dancer, drummer, and a funny man, such a funny man. He's one guy you gotta see. If you remember Rudy Valley or North Days, Jerry Allen, Jimmy, and those are your days. You ain't seen nothing to coin a new phrase, and not till you've seen Sammy, not till you've seen Sammy, not till you've seen Sammy D-A-V-I-S.
Sammy K.
Sammy D.
We take for losing Sammy C.
No, Sammy Davis.
Starts to loosen up his shirt and tie, sparks are gonna fly.
And you'll see a show like you've never seen.
Sammy K.
Oh, you're not even close.
Really great newcomer, Lawrence Wells.
Lawrence Wells.
Singer, dancer, drummer, he's a funny man, such a funny man. He's a guy you gotta see.
If you've seen a Sarah Joseph or Helen Hayes, I've seen this so-big top girl. Oh, one of these days, you ain't seen nothing to coin a new phrase. Not till you've seen Sammy, not till you've seen Sammy, not till you've seen Sammy D.
Sammy D.A.
D-A-V, D-A-V-I,
D.A.V.I.S. Sammy Davis Jr. D. Sammy D.A. D.A.V. D.A.V.I. D.A.V.I.S. Sammy Davis Jr.
What's the matter, Sam?
Andy,
What's the matter, Sam?
didn't you promise me I'd have a quiet introduction?
Well, I just wanted to make it a very important one for you, Sammy.
Well, do me a favor. Just say, Sammy Davis Jr. He's here. That's all.
Sammy Davis Jr., he's here. That's all.
Andy, please.
What's the matter,
Goodness,
Sam?
I can't breathe. You're kidding me. But look, I came here to do your show, and I look forward to it because we're friends and because you have such a nice, relaxed show. This is like following World War II with jumping.
You mean you want to do something quiet and peaceful?
Something quiet, peaceful, relaxed. Something Andy Williams-ish.
Well, how about, I'm just breezing along with a breeze,
Hey, that's crazy.
and a trail and a rail.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, we're roaming the sea.
Let me get the brushes here now.
Like the bird is it singing in the tree, pleasing to live and a living to please. The sky is the only roof that I have over my head, and when I'm weary, Mother Nature makes me a bed. I'm just going along as I please, breezing along with a breeze, that old breeze. Oh, well, I'm just breezing along with a breeze. Trailing the rails and roaming the sea. Breezing along with a breeze. A buzz, buzzing a bee. A trailing the rails and roaming the sea. A breezing along with a breeze. Breezing, along
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just breezing along with the breeze. I'm just breezing along with the breeze. I'm breezing along, going along as I please. I love the breeze, breeze along with the breeze. I'm just breezing along. I'm trailing a rail, roaming the sea,
And over the sea, the sky is the only roof that I have over my head.
and when I'm weary, oh, Mother Nature will make me a bed. Oh,
I'm just breezing, going along as I please, breezing along with the breeze. One more time. I'm just breezing, going along as I please, breezing along with the breeze.
Sammy, you know, besides all the talent you have, one thing that you have that every singer would like to have right now, and that's a great big hit record. One of the biggest records to come along in 10 years. Now, I'm going to talk to you straight from the shoulder.
All right.
You want to sing it for us?
Well, I'll tell you what, Andy, I'll answer you straight from the shoulder. Yes. What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this that could not see what could be seen by almost everyone but me? What kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love, that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? Maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. What kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool
Well, Sammy will be back a little later on in the show. Oh, thank you. Which reminds me, I think I better start storing up a little energy right now. I'm going to work with that fella. This is my favorite reading matter, my hometown newspaper, the Wall Lake, Iowa Times. Well, let's see what's new in town this week. Oh, listen to this. Wall Lake Junior College students write folk song for the Andy Williams Show. Well, now, there are only 2 people in town this item could refer to. It's my 2 junior college friends over at the campus malt shop. Let's go over and take a look.
Hi, how are you? Look who's here. Great to see you again.
Rogers and Hart, I presume.
Oh, that is terrific. Really terrific.
Hey, you heard about our song, huh?
I just read it in the paper right here.
And you're not mad?
Are you kidding? Why should I be mad? I'm always looking for a new song.
You are terrific.
You are really terrific.
What is the song about, you want to know?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Well, we wrote it especially for the group on your show, the Minty Crystals.
That's the Christy Minstrels.
Oh, they are terrific, those crystals. Oh, their throats open in song and their little fingers forever plucking, plucking, plucking.
Like a shudder, our minds grasp their participation in the communicative arts. You see, they reflect the songs of the folk songs.
You know that folk songs really came from the American pioneers.
Oh, yes, of course.
You know, like the early railroad man.
Sure.
The early sea captain.
Ahoy.
And the early lumbermen.
Timber.
Yes, so to speak, but the modern folk do not have a song.
Right.
So we selected a modern folk and gave him a song, like, for example, the change girl at the laundromat.
The ashtray emptier at the car wash.
Oh, or the olive stuffer at the delicatessen.
You got a mind like a steel trap.
I think
Of
so.
course, the subject of our song is the greatest unsung hero of them all, the checker in the supermarket.
Right.
Now, wait a minute. You mean you really actually wrote a song about
Yeah.
the girl who checks you out at the supermarket?
Right.
You're the one who says 2 for 22, 3 for 46, 4 for 44.
Seventh grade now. Two for 25.
Hey, now, wait,
8
1 second. What is the song all about?
What is the song about? That is the song. The song of the sacker.
The song of the sun.
Or the ballad of the bagger, whichever you prefer.
I like both of them. I think they're wonderful.
Pick up the beans, put 'em in the sack.
Alive, alive, oh. Pick up the mayonnaise.
Or the mustard.
Put it in the sack.
Alive, alive, oh.
Pick up the rutabaga.
Sack it, sack it, sack it.
Alive, alive, oh.
I said sack it, sack it, sack it. Alive, alive, oh.
Terrific. Really terrific.
Well, come on over to the supermarket later. It's our premiere.
Yeah, it's our first sing-along with the sacker.
I wouldn't miss that for anything. I'll be there. Alive, alive,
Oh, you're a slinger. You are a slinger.
Sing along with the Sackers. Well, actually, that thing may catch on after all. Ah, here's a real good friend of mine, Mr. Tommy Bridges. Hi, Mr. Bridges.
Hey, Mr. Bridges.
Oh, hi, Mr. Williams.
Well, what's the matter? You look like you have a problem, Mr. Bridges.
My class is having a playing assembly tomorrow, and I don't want to be in it.
Well, plays are fun. Well, which one are they doing?
The King's Magic Garden.
The King's Magic Garden? Well, that should be a lot of fun. I remember I did that when I was in school. Isn't that the one where the king has a garden? And, let's see, there's a vegetable in the garden, and it turns into a prince, and then he marries the king's daughter. Isn't that the one? You play the part of the king? Or which part do you play?
I'm playing the lettuce.
The lettuce? Well, that's a good part. You know, I liked being in that play when I was in school.
You must have played the king.
No, I didn't. I played a carrot.
Well, that's a good part.
Well, it's not as good as the lettuce. I mean, the lettuce is the one... Look, I only had one speech.
I wish I was a carrot.
But the lettuce is the best part, I'm trying to tell you. The lettuce is the one that turns into the prince and gets to marry the princess.
Yeah, but the princess is Gloria Dornslinger.
What's the matter with kissing Gloria Dornslinger?
Are you kidding? She's a girl.
You know, when he gets to be a little older, I'll bet he tries to play the lettuce with every girl he meets.
I gotta go to rehearsal now, Mr. Williams. I'm gonna try to get my part changed.
To what?
To an onion. Nobody kisses an onion. You wanna come?
I'll catch up with you. You go on ahead.
I wait for her ham and her beef and her lamb and her strawberry jam and her pie. Oh, highway is your home. You're a fool to want to roam, 'cause there can't be any better home. Couldn't be any better home. Never could be a better home for you. Highway.
Anyone for kissing Gloria Dornslinger?
Highway.
The Andy Williams Show. Part 2 is brought to you by... Here again is Andy Williams.
Thank you very much. Well, let's set the wrist alarm. Goes like that. We have 6 minutes. You know, last week, during this informal part, after showing the film clips of Martha Ray and her wardrobe changes, I was out in the audience, and I was talking to a very charming lady sitting right over there, who just happened to be my mother. And we got a couple letters this week in the mail. That's generally where you get the letters, I guess, in the mail. But they asked if it was really my mother, and if you could have seen the panic in her eyes when I asked her name and she couldn't think of it. And they really believed that it was her. Now, any songs that you'd like to hear in particular? Don't You Believe It? Don't You Believe It is a record that I recorded recently, and I thought nobody was ever going to ask for it. Wonderful. Well, thank you. We have been rehearsing to do it next week with, I say we, the Christy Minstrels and myself. Maybe we can do it now. Paul, can you see if you could... see about rounding up the Christy Minstrels. They're probably in the dressing room or somewhere around. They're probably back there throwing darts at my picture is probably what they're really doing. Oh, you're over there. Oh, well, good. In the meantime, while they're getting all wound up, or rounded up, maybe there's another song that we can do. Temptation? My golly, that's an old song. All right, let's do Temptation. You came, I was alone, I should have known you were temptation. You smiled
luring me on. My heart was gone. You. It would be thrilling if you were willing, if it could ever be pity for you were born to be kissed. I can't resist. You are temptation and I'm yours. Here is my heart. Take it and say we'll never part. I'm just a slave, only a slave to you. Temptation, I'm yours. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you remember the record of Temptation that Joe Stafford made a couple years ago? When you came, I was alone. Shucks, I should have known that you was temptation. You smiled, just lured me on. Shucks, my heart was gone, 'cause you was temptation. It'll be thrilling if you're willing. If it never could be, take pity on me, 'cause you was too born to be kissed. I couldn't resist, 'cause you was temptation, and I was yours. Here's my heart, take it away, and never, 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 never part. I'm a slave, this dapper slave to temptation. I'd like you to meet a couple of the prettier Christy Minstrels, Barry Kane and Barry McGuire. No, the two girls, Jackie Miller and Peggy Conway. And let's try that thing we rehearsed. If you should hear that someone has eased the pain of losing you, don't you believe it? Not for a moment. Don't you believe it? Because it isn't true. Those angry words that made us part have eased the pain that's in my heart. Don't you believe it? Not for a moment. Don't you believe it? Because it isn't true. I haven't changed. I still love you. And it will always be. And I pray each night you feel the same about me. So if you hear some false alarm, like you're not welcome in my arms, don't you believe it? Not for a moment. Don't you believe it? Because it isn't. We have some wonderful things coming up. We have a number that we did about 2 years ago on a show called the Rockin' Chair number. And Sammy Davis Jr. will be back, so stay along with us. I don't go out walking. I ain't for much talking. My baby has left me a sitting and a rocking. If I had been scheming instead of just dreaming, she'd never have left me just a sitting and a rocking. Sitting all day without holding my baby, I'm such a lonely papa. If she don't hurry and come back, I'm a cinch to blow my top. Now if I don't find her, oh yes, I hope you remind her, oh my yes, that I'm staying where she left me, just sitting and rocking all day long, all day long. All day long. Just a sitting and a rocking, just a sitting, rocking all day long. Sitting in your rocking chair, a sit there, rocking in your rocking chair. Rocking, 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 rocking. Rocking and sitting and rocking, sitting and rocking and sitting and rocking around. Rocking, just a rocking around. Just a rocking around. Now if I don't find her, yes, yes, I hope you remind her, oh my yes, that I'm staying where she left me, just sitting and rocking all day long, just sitting and rocking all day long, just sitting and rocking. All day long.
Hi, Andy. You know something, man? This is my kind of show.
What do you mean you like a relaxing kind of show?
Yeah.
Well, you want to join me in a little bit of the same?
When I was brought up too well to refuse.
I suspected. I'm abiding my time.
I'm hip.
'Cause that's the kind of guy I am.
Nice and easy.
While other folks grow dizzy, I keep busy. Abiding my time. Next year, something's bound to happen.
But this year, I said this here year, Andrew.
What's that? There's no regret while he's scatting, biding his time. Yeah. I'm biding my time, 'cause that's the kind of guy I am. I'm biding my time. Next year, something's bound to rise. Next year, I'll just keep on napping. No more napping. No more napping. No napping. I'm biding my time, 'cause that's the kind of guy I am. While other folks go busy, we'll keep busy, biding our time. We're biding our time.
That was a very nice, quiet number. From that, I think I'll faint.
Come on, Sam. Don't give me that stuff. You can't get off the hook that easy. We got to do something else.
All right, what?
Well, why don't we do some impersonation?
All right, that sounds like a gas. I do some of those.
You do? Well, gee, that's great. I do them a lot of them.
You dirty rat. Don't you know one thing? It's suicide to do mimicry. With me.
Well, Sam, I do a couple impersonations. Let's do some together. Huh?
All right, but, we just can't do impersonation, Sandy. You gotta have a framework, a hook to hang it on.
All right. Why don't you play the host of a TV show, and you introduce me as your guest star?
Okay, I'll try anything once. But I'm warning you, Big Daddy. You better be good.
Oh, I'm great.
You're
I'm
good.
great.
You're
Yeah.
great. Okay. I tell you what. Let's try that fellow that has his own variety show every Sunday night, okay?
All right.
He'll host. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to our shoe. May I say that it's really a pleasure to have a distinguished audience out there. We're going to get around to introducing some of these celebrities. And I'd like to let you know that on our next show, right here on our next show, we're going to have our most recent astronaut land right here on this stage. It's going to be really something to see. A lot of thunder going on. Right here, one of the great impersonators of our time, right here on our shoe, on our stage tonight. He's going to be right about there. Yeah, I think it'll be about it. Here he is. Let's have a nice big cheer out there. All you folks at home, too. Let's hear it for Andy Williams. Andy?
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For my first impression, I have chosen one of Hollywood's all-time great movie stars. I'm sure you'll know him immediately. All right, Scarlett, you came to my room. See, I didn't come to your room.
Thank you, and now... Hold it, Andy. Andy,
Yes,
come
Sam?
back here. We've been friends for a good many years. Would you mind terribly if I gave you some constructive criticism?
Oh, no, please do.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Watch this.
Okay. But you'll never get back on the Sullivan Show with that. You know that, don't you? I'll tell you what we'll do. I tell you what. We'll have you hosted by a guy who is the greatest comedian and one of the great comedian MCs of our time. Jello again. This is Jack Benton. It's really a wonderful pleasure to be here with all of you nice folks tonight. And I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much. But I was saying only yesterday to Rochester. What is that, Mr. Benny? Oh, stop that, Rochester. I was saying to Rochester how excited I was about tonight's show because we've really got what I and Mary consider one of the greatest impersonators of all time. Here he is, and let's bring him on with a big hand, Mr. Andy Williams. Andy, I know you'll be great, and you better be.
Thank you, Mr. Benny. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I've chosen for my first impression one of Hollywood's all-time great movie actors. I'm sure you'll know him immediately. All right, Scarlett, you came to my room. See, I didn't come to yours.
Now cut that out! Just get off. Get off.
I'm sorry.
Oh, get off, Andy.
One more chance, okay?
One more chance?
One more chance.
Okay, since I did it in Birth of the Blues, I'll do it now. One more time. I tell you what, it should be a big special now. Something really extra special, and we'll get one of NBC's favorite hosts, Jerry Lewis.
Here for all you nice people tonight. Big thrills in my time. Thank you, throw money. I would like to say, really sincerely, it's wonderful to be here. My name is Jerry Lewis, and tonight we've got definitely one of the great non-Italian singers of our time, who was never my partner. Oh, the pains are coming back. Definitely a hot heat. Anyway, we'd like for you to meet him. Here he is, one of the great impersonators of our time. Let's have a nice big cheer out there for my boy, Andy Williams. Hey, Andy. Listen here, I've warmed the audience up. They're right up there waiting for you. Know you're going to be terrific. If you need me, I'll be outside waiting for your every cue. In case you don't need me, if you do a good job, I'll be here, and I'll give you a gold lighter with my cutout on it after the show.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For my first impression, I'd like to do one of Hollywood's all-time great actors. I think you'll know him immediately. Now listen here, Scarlett. You came to my room. See, I didn't come to your room.
Tell you what. What say we dance?
Well, gee, Sammy, I know I'm bad, but...
Yeah, you know it, I know it, now everybody knows it.
You know, this was just my way of getting you to get up and do some of your great impersonations.
Oh,
I think
nice.
you do impersonations better than anyone in the whole world, don't you, folks?
Oh, thank you.
I really do. And I admire you so much for being able to take the vocal qualities and the, you know...
Would you like to learn to do it? Really? I mean, all jokes aside.
Oh, I love it, sure.
You know, it's easy. It's only a gimmick. You know, Frank Gorshin told me that. You only take a gimmick, and you do it. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I can teach you to do an impression in 2 seconds right here in front of the audience.
Oh, yeah?
Right? We'll pick someone. Who should we pick? Marlon Brando. Now, you stand over there. Back up. That's it. Now.
See how quick I learned that?
You're really terrific. Now, here's what you do. You take, and you just get the attitude. See, a little loose attitude. Got to get the shirt out just a little bit here. You know, loose attitude for Brando. Take this here, this hand, hook it into the pants like so, right? Hair askew. And then you look at your hand, your right hand here, right? And you get the attitude with the face. look, Charlie, look, I don't like what you're doing to Stella, you know. And that's it, you know what I mean? Very simple. Nothing to it.
That's great.
Now
do
you-
you think you can teach me to do it that well?
No. But it'll be passable. Now, here. Over there, with the thing. There we go. Now put the foot out. That's right. Now take and put, the shirt first. Shirt, a little, not too neat. That's it. Now you put the hand in the pocket there on the side. There you go. Somebody stole your pumpernickel, didn't they, Booby? Thought you'd get a kick out of that point. And take the hand here. Oh, hair askew. There we go. Now, put the hand out. Now give me the Brando face. Give me, the face. A little more lower lip. That's it. I realize you haven't got as much to work with as I have. Oh, I'll never say that again. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the first time anywhere, Andy Williams as Marlon Brando. You're on your own.
All right, Scarlett, you came to that.
And that's the kind of guy I'm. While other folks are busy, we'll keep busy biding our time. We're biding our time. Still it up, squeeze.
Sammy Davis Jr., ladies and gentlemen. You're really too much. You're just great.
Well, it was a ball being on the show, Andy. We've been friends for such a long time. To work with you is a complete ball.
Well, Sammy, anytime you say.
Well,
Good
you
luck
know,
with
I'd like to, if you keep the welcome mat out, I might drop back in again there. Holy mackerel.
it. The welcome mat is always there, sir.
Thank you.
Oh. Won't you join me while we're listening to this message about Chesterfield King's sweepstakes? The mist of May is in the gloaming, and all the clouds are holding still. So take my hand and let's go roaming through the heather on the hill. The morning dew is blinking yonder. There's lazy music in the rill. Do is wander through the heather on the hill. There may be other days as rich and rare. There may be other springs as full and fair. But they won't be the same. They'll come and go. For this I know. That when the mist is in the glow,
If you're not there, I won't go roaming through the heather under the hill. The heather on the
Good night, folks. See you next week.